What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to my Wars of Napoleon Grand Tactician game here. Let's start it off. Hopefully you guys are doing good today, staying motivated, hydrated, all that good stuff. Let me get the chat working so this way I don't get chewed out. Some people get pissed off if I don't go into the chat right away. Yeah, I didn't change the artwork on that. I was trying to, but freaking YouTube's getting worse. I gotta admit, it is getting worse since Google bought them. Ever since Google bought YouTube years ago, YouTube's been just like, everything Google touches falls to shit. I mean, Nest is one perfect example on top of all the other companies they bought and just really destroyed. But yeah, normally I could change the screen art, but every time I click change, nothing happens. So they screwed that up somehow. They fixed one bug I did notice. Normally when you go into like the editor to change the title of the video you're gonna make, if you leave that window and then come back to it, it will erase what you wrote and go back to the last time you streamed. They fixed that bug, but now there's a new bug where you can't change the screen art, so it's just really, really bad, YouTube. I mean, daggone. Alright, and this is still Austrian. Where Napoleon's here. And I'm going to start heading down here. We're going to do a full all-on attack. And then this is the 6th Corps. My son's trying to come in the room. I hear him playing with the lock. But yeah, I mean, it's just YouTube is such a horrible shape lately. I mean, so one thing that they were supposed to do was years ago, Apple came out, I think it was like iOS 12. I think it was iOS 12, where you can have like picture-in-picture. So like if you're on YouTube and you leave the app, whatever you're watching would carry on, like in a little small picture-in-picture frame. The moment Apple unveiled a feature and released iOS 12, like a week later or 2 weeks later, Netflix had it. Then Disney had it. Then Hulu had it. And all the major video, Vimeo, everybody had it. And fast forward 2, 3, 4 years later, YouTube still doesn't have it. They finally announced over the summer that they were going to implement it. Like, I think somewhere around June they said they're going to implement it. It's September now, and I'm a premium YouTube subscriber, so I pay monthly for no ads, right? They're beta testing this now. It's been in beta test for 3 months. This feature has been out for like 3-4 years. It's just, they do little to nothing on the app. They do little to nothing on YouTube. Like, I don't know where the money is going that YouTube generates, which is billions of dollars. You would think they would, I don't know, like you could see Netflix, right? Netflix, they make an app, right? And they keep refining it. Like Netflix, I constantly go to the Netflix app every few months and there's like something new. Like you'll go into the Netflix app and they'll autoplay like something in the background while you're, looking at, I don't know, the cover art or something like that. Now they got it. I'm just going to end it there because it just gets me frustrated. I just don't understand how Hulu, Netflix, Disney adds feature after feature, like month after month, and YouTube just sits there languishing. Like there's nothing new. They added a dark mode like years ago, and that's like, oh, that's our latest feature. I'm like, yeah, it's years old, dude. Tabor. All right, they got an army come up here. All right, so you're going to take Tabor. I got Salt's Corps. I think they just got there, so I think I'm going to just have them relax one turn. and then go after this guy. Let's see what else. What else we got? I would love to get people on this boat and head out. In fact, let's head there. Right, because I don't think there's any major road that comes up. Oh, there is a major road. Yeah, no. One, two. Just one. Maybe if I could build a naval port there. I don't understand why Calais doesn't have a naval port. Be interesting if I can move this guy's core, the second core, over here, and then do actual land invasion. But I think I'll need more than one core. England is not going to be such an easy price to get, you know what I'm saying? Alright, I think my son went downstairs. Do I have that already? No. And totally breached. Okay, so attack then. Just want to also make sure everybody got food and stuff like that. Yeah, I think we are good. Ooh, geez, you're at 67. Yeah, I definitely got to get supplies to this guy, my 5th core. And then you're going to head over here, take Frankfurt from them. You're going to handle that. I got some cav here. I think everything looks good. I got $700. I need more money, man. Seriously, this is not enough. Yeah, I could do disinformation. I got, what, 2 of those left? Not really good. I gotta figure out. I mean, I'm thinking about raising taxes. It's probably the only thing I could really do, honestly, to gain that money. Let's see. Cash's Belly, besieging. Nice. Gain 6 victory points. Jeez. Wow, that's a lot of victory points. Thank you. In a Danzig region. Why would you put... You know, when they're constructing defensive works, that means they're getting ready for war. Probably next turn, or within probably this summer. Wow. Wow. That created 5 national morale points because their army has been literally decimated to the brink of extinction. Yeah, you have under our command a total of 3 armies, 11 corps, 13 divisions. That is within the 1st corps. Interesting. All right, let's rock and roll. let me, before I do that though, let me just see if I can raise taxes. People are gonna get pissed off though, that's the problem. EP. Convert EP to money. What the heck is EP? Ah, engagement points to money. That's not a lot. Yeah, we need more units. All right, let's click it. Hesitating a little bit. I feel like I'm missing something. All right, I got you there. I got you there. I can't deal anything to him. And I got to keep some troops here. There's nothing I can do there. So the second corps is its own unit now. Come on, guys, you got to build up quicker. All right, let's rock and roll. Ugh. Good thing I kept him over there. He sucks as a commander. Oh, man. I was watching on YouTube a celebrity on YouTube. He's not a good celebrity. If you guys do a search for Jeremy DeWitt, DEWITT, I think. He is a police serial impersonator. And there is literally like hundreds, if not thousands of videos on him. He runs like a funeral escort company in Florida. And he created this company vehicle, and it could be something like similar to like Homeland Security kind of thing, you know, or I don't know, DHS, you know, something like that. Well, which is the same thing. I'm just thinking, or FBI or something like that, right? So a lot of people, if you watch, he records all his videos, by the way, on a dash cam or whatever, helmet cam or whatever. And he literally violates the law. Not only that he goes too fast, at times he goes like 100, 120, 140, 150 miles an hour. It goes crazy. He shuts down interstates. He shut down Interstate 95 for what do you call it? Not even a funeral escort. It was like a you know, like those fancy cars, you know, like old 69, you know, cars and Corvettes and Ford Mustangs and stuff like that. So he shut down 95 to let these vehicles through. And he shuts down interstates, just does crazy stuff. Like, he will literally pull people over. Citizens. Like, if you're driving in your vehicle in somewhere in Miami area or Orlando area, he will literally pull up next to your vehicle and tell you to pull over. And if you didn't know any better, you would think that he's a cop, so you would obviously, you know, pull over, right? Oh shit. Okay, good. Where is this? This is Tabor. Which one is this? Okay, very good. We're not withdrawing. Unknown battle plan. Interesting. Since I have more troops, we're going to do this. I'm not withdrawing. Let's do this. Engage just one side though. I have more everything. That's just, oh, I can't even do any. All right, let's do that. Wow, he lost 5,000 men. Wow. I don't know what kind of deployment that was. It was a withdraw deployment. Wow. That's a lot of men lost. That's a lot of men lost. Napoleon didn't listen to me. I told him to go this way and... Nice. Good job. They lost their entire division. Jeez. Come on, hit him. Why are you... There we go. Oh, shit. It looks like 3 armies. 32,000 men against my 23. Ay, ay, ay. But I am Napoleon. So I will divide and conquer. Let us see. What can we do, my friends? They're going to come at me hard, I think. I have more guns, too. But also increases their probability to be targeted by ranged attack. That's a good point. That's a good point. Thank you for telling me that. Let's flank attack them. I don't have enough men for a flank attack, though. Reduces our signature, increases our attack values, but will increase the enemy's cohesion. If it fails, heavily increase the attack values of the enemy. Ay, ay, ay. Let's do this. I figure they're gonna come in the center, and we'll do this. Yeah, I think that'll work. Yeah, let's do this. Shit, I don't know, guys. I don't know. What do you guys think? Shit. Let me check the chat. No recommendations. Let's do this. We'll do mass fire. Come on, Napoleon! Engage them! Oh, I lost 5,000 men to their 18,000. I'll take that. I'll take that. Wow. They technically lost 20,000. Wow. Outnumbered, and I still inflicted more loss. If those 5,000 men lost, dude, that's a whole division right there. Just boop, done. Ay, chamama. Ay, ay, ay. And they thought they were going to take out Napoleon. Are you crazy? You're going to need your best general for that, my friend. Your best and brightest. And they don't have that many. Question also becomes is this. They don't have anything, right? Like, hold on. I'm going to check out... I hear screaming downstairs. I don't know what that... I think my son did something to them. Oh man. They're like, no, Alex, don't do that. I could only imagine what he's doing. So you have these two units here, right? They're not getting any supplies, obviously, right? They're not even on a road. They're just in the middle of the woods because they got just slaughtered in Tabor. The only way they're getting supplies is probably this route that's going into there. I guarantee, I feel like if I cut them off, that's it. Their supplies to the west, to their armies out here, are gone. Okay. You didn't take that yet? Come on. Oh, that's Frankfurt. Okay, we gave that back. I'm going to have him head south. The cavalry meet up with you at Ulm, and then he'll reinforce the Grand Army. I got Ney up here with the 6th Corps. How long for you to head south? 8 days. That's good. Okay. This way we can cut off any... I'll use Ney to break that road. Wait, doesn't no road come through here? I can use this column. Damn it. All right. How you doing, my friend? Are you boys ready to go in? Shoot. Just siege them for right now. Just siege. I'm going to see if I can get somebody opening the gates. That's one of the military decisions. All right. And this army's heading south. I got a corps over here. Days, that's all right. I mean, Austria is out of this war. I don't understand what they're thinking here. Must be out of their skulls. See if I can get Saxony. Offer peace. Yeah, I can't do anything. Let's just do this. Demobilize their army. I'm not going to even bother with ships. Pay reparations. Come on. 100% for... Can I get this to the end? No, I can't. All right. We'll do that. Come on, get to 100. Whatever. So that's what I'm going to do. That's why I can get my army out of there. Because it doesn't look like I can, like, confront them. I need a new general for this area here. Because this guy sucks. Actually, he's not so bad. 333. He's better than the other one over here. Then this guy, 211. Jeez. All right, I think I increased taxes last round, right? Or maybe I didn't. I don't know. I forgot if I did. Let's see. Spain is developing. We took 300 prisoners. That's not that big. We won a battle against Austria. That's that one over there. National morale point gained. Let's see. I want to see the big dog one. It's not that one. Still, though, that's a heavy loss for them. We captured 282. Nice. 87 crates. Nice. 600 rifles. There we go. 5 national morale points gained. 5. That's what I like to see. Jaune. I guess I gotta take them from their divisions to promote them. Jeez, these guys are really good. I'm tempted to remove this guy. Yeah, what if I remove him from division command and then send him, I don't know, north? Maybe take over that army over there. He's good, right? Yeah, I'm not going to replace you. Whose 5th Corps is this? Oh, that's Napoleon's. So Nave's heading south. What are you going to be doing, my friend? Let's see if we can take that. I think I have the fleet on its way here. What is this? Alright, I'm going to try this one last time. I got the bodies on the boat. Transport capacity 34 out of 51. So there are guys there. I'm going to hit distant unload, right? Ah, okay. Finally it worked. It only took like 1,000,000 tries. Take Sicily. Now, this war's going pretty well for me. Light division. Yes, I want another light division. Give me those light divisions. Alright, so I got 1 light division here. Was it a light division? I don't know. Look at all those brigades, my friends. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Good times, good times. Let me check out Spain, see what's going on with them. Alright, I think it's going good. They pushed back this force. I think my next, I really need to take that. Oh, I did raise more taxes. Shit. Okay. So that money was from taxes. I hope that people are not going to get pissed off with me. But, you know, I need the taxes, man. What the frack? Why is this blue? Was this blue before? Is Prussia at war with... I don't think this was... I don't know. Maybe I'm colorblind. Maybe I didn't see this before. I'm going to check something out here. I don't think Sweden's at war. Come on, Sweden. That's Switzerland, Sweden. They're not at war with anybody, I don't think. yeah, they're not at war with anybody. Thought they would have been, but no. Once this war is over, I can finally move these forces into deeper Austria. But I pretty much have everything. I mean, I have literally all Austrian cities and states from, I don't know, here all the way out to here. You know, so that's a huge swath of Austria. We're talking all this is mine. I mean, they have some military units in there, but not in control of anything. Dude, I need you to... Is there anybody in there? Come on. You need to attack that. Jeez. Oh, shit. Yeah, I can't just pass that up. Alright, I have 807. What should I do with Napoleon? I'm going to have him head here. We'll take this and that. You know, I was going to send one of those great generals out here to replace this guy. Marshall, whatever his name is. But, you know, honestly, he's not doing anything but sitting there. I'd rather have experienced generals on the front. Let's see if I can have you head out to sea. And then... I know some of you guys would be thinking, be like, what the frack are you doing, dude? I'm doing something. I'm gonna try to unify that fleet. So obviously I'm not gonna have them in port. And I can't bring them down here. I mean, maybe I can. I feel honestly this is more than 3 ships. I mean 3 squadrons. They also have these squadrons here. But if I could unify that fleet, then, you know, a little bit down the road, once Austria is handled, I can maybe send 2 corps to England and reap the benefits. Oh, what can I plunder? I want to plunder stuff. There's nothing there though, right? It's a recruiting depot. Ugh. Nah, forget, I'm not wasting my plunder on that. Nothing? Come on, guys, give me something I could plunder. Nothing. Nothing. Dang it. I'm not doing a draft. Alright. I think we're good. We're dropping those soldiers off. You're going to meet here. Nate's coming down. You're doing that. I'm going to have you start engaging them. Do a full-on attack. Take the road, head east. There's no one that's going to stand in your way. All right, let's click end turn and see where this... Did I go through all the things? Yes, I did. All right, let me check the chat real quick. PH, and we're back. Yes, we are. Nice, juicy content. Keep it up. Thank you, that history teacher. I'm assuming you're a history teacher, since you're that history teacher. All right, let's rock and roll. I found a new game that I'm gonna buy. Hoping it's gonna go on sale soon. I figured it would be cool if it went on a Labor Day sale, but it's a European company, so I don't think they would. Pride of Nations. It's made by Ajod, but instead of covering a war, it's going to cover a time period, 1850, I think, to like 1910. So yeah, gonna do that. But yeah, man, I'll tell you, I've been watching nonstop like Jeremy DeWitt content on YouTube. There's this one video I watched where there was like a regular citizen in his car, and he was screaming at him. He was like, pull over, pull over. So the guy pulls over, and Jeremy tells him pull off in the middle of an intersection, right? Like a major road. Pulls off right in the middle. And then he pulls up next to him, and he starts banging on his car, like hitting his hood, just like banging with all his might on there. It's like, move your effing car, you piece of, right? And then he tells him to go into the opposite lane of traffic, right? Using his car as like a, as like a roadblock. Cursing him out and everything. I was just like, wow. And this video was played during a court proceeding, so you could hear the judge in the background and stuff like that. I was just like, my gosh. I think it was like a bond hearing or something like that. And obviously he didn't get bond. They said that he would be a significant danger to the public if released. Yeah, you're dang right. I cannot believe, honestly. And the thing about it is, during the bond proceedings, they said something like, are you aware of the charges held against you, that if found guilty, you would be subject to life imprisonment? And he was like, yes, sir. Like, he took a big gulp. You can hear, like, yes, sir. Because, like, dude, they ain't playing anymore. Like, Florida is not playing. He's been doing this for, like, 2 to 3 years. Since, like, 2018, I think. Or 2017, 2018. I just don't understand it. I really don't. Him and his dozen employees, who he calls contractors. Because, if they're contractors, you don't have to give them benefits. Which sucks. But, honestly, you shouldn't be applying for a job like this if you're one of his employees. If you want, to do something important, right? Go into the academy, dude. You know how many police departments there are in the country? You can go county by county. You can go town by town, right? You can find somewhere that will take you if that's what you want to be. And if you can't move, find out, like, they have police reserve, police auxiliary. Go through that, right? Do that for like 5-10 years. You will make friends in the NYPD, right? Or not NYPD. I'll use NYPD as a example. If you're NYPD auxiliary, right? You do that for 5 years. You will make friends in the NYPD, right? Get really chummy with them, like, hey guys, I bought like 5 pies for you guys, and I'll go do my duty, whatever NYPD auxiliary does. I think they help out with patrols or admin work, whatever, right? But get real chummy with them, and do that. They'll all know your name, get know the commander, be like, hey, how you doing, sir? How's the wife and kids? Things like that. And then when the test comes up, or whatever, a spot comes up, you say, hey, colonel, or I don't know how the NYPD does ranks, but commander or whatever, I'm trying to be, full on NYPD. Is there anything, there's a spot available, Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't worry about it. I'll talk to somebody. I know somebody in that in the recruiting department. Boom, right there. That's how you do it. And even if you don't, and even if you can't even do police auxiliary for some reason, right? Go into the fire department, right? Or do volunteer fire departments. There's a volunteer fire department guaranteed by you, because I think like over 90% of fire departments in the country are volunteer. And police usually show up at these volunteer fire stations just to hang out, to like just BS, just to do stuff like that, to work with them, all that stuff, because I constantly see police vehicles in the fire department, whatever, parking lot. And I knew a couple of chiefs and stuff like that in the fire department, and they were telling me like, yeah, it was like police have like a little substation where we are, and like they always come by every couple hours or things like that. So you get to know them, you work with them on scene, and even if you can't go into the police department, that is a really important job too, right? So it just drives me nuts that like out of everything that you can do to find an important job, like you're gonna do this funeral escort job, right, where you're breaking the law constantly. I just gotta put the fan on, man. But yeah, it's just, to me, that's like utterly just wow. Oh, I gotta remember that for when they have a lot of artillery. Let's do a grand bombardment. I'll decrease assault. I don't want to decrease assault. Let's do that. Let's do that. Infantry charge! 410 to there. 4,000 men lost. They just surrendered, probably. There we go. They lost 4 ships. But yeah, I don't understand it, man. And then even if you can't do volunteer fire, there is volunteer ambulance. All those jobs are highly respected, especially now. I don't get it. And then I don't understand why there's so many people that like do wannabe jobs. Like they, there's also like stolen valor. People walking around with military uniform, walking around the public, and there's like, yeah, I was in the I don't know, 2nd division or something like that. I remember walking into what was it? It was like I forgot what kind of event it was. Maybe it was July 4th. I forgot what it was. But I was coming back home from the event, and I wanted to run into this girl. I think it was Kasha. On the way back to the house, and so I was walking past. I wanted to see if she was like, she said I think she was gonna meet me in the front or something like that. So I was gonna walk by and be like, hey, how you doing? Maybe I like, hey, can I walk you home or something like that, and something like that, right? So I remember I was walking, and I think, was it Kasha outside? I don't remember. It was so long ago. But there was like one of the bouncers was outside, and as I was walking past, I was like looking for her, and I was just like, and he was like, oh, you in the army? I was like, I'm in the State Guard. And he was just like, oh, I was just like, yeah, I was in the military too. I was like, oh, okay, nice. Which branch? He was just like, oh, I was Army. I was infantry. I was like, oh, wow, okay, so you're 11 Bravo. He's just like, yeah. I was like, oh, wow. Which unit did you serve with? He was like, oh, I served with the 100th, like the 100th. He's like, yeah, the 100th regiment. I'm like, oh, okay. Where are they based out of? It's like, oh, they're based out of New Jersey. I was like, oh, okay. It's like, is that where you live? He's like, yeah. It's like, so are you active Army or are you Army National Guard? He's just like, no. I'm active. I was active Army. Now I do this. I'm like, oh, okay. I was like, where did you go to basic training? He was like, oh, I went to basic training in New Jersey too. And I'm like, so you know all that's full of shit. You know, like, come on. If you would have said Fort Jackson, okay. Fort Leonard Wood, yes. New Jersey, I've never heard of a basic training in New Jersey. I think there is 1 or 2 Army bases in New Jersey. In fact, I know there's an Army base in New Jersey. I never went to it, but I think when I was in the State Guard, I was in the National Guard Surf P unit, and I guess when I left the unit, it must have been after I left the unit, one of my buddies was telling me we went to New Jersey for some kind of, I don't know, joint task force training, I think, with like the Brits or something like that. So the New York surf team went there, and I think the Virginia surf team, I don't know. It was a big freaking operation, so they went to New Jersey. So there has to be a big Army base in New Jersey, at least one. I think it was in northern New Jersey, he said too. But I know for a fact there is no basic training in New Jersey, as far as I know, right? And there is no 100th regiment, you know, like, just, I don't know why people do that. Like, if you cannot or are not able to go into the Army or military, whatever, right? There is other ways you can serve, right? You have state defense forces, right? If you can't do state defense forces, there's like Coast Guard Auxiliary. Can't do Coast Guard Auxiliary, you have Civil Air Patrol. Like, there are ways to give back. You know, like, I just, you don't have to do whatever. I just, I remember there was one time I was in a bar, and I forgot how this happened. This was years and years ago, but I remember I was in a bar, and one of the guys at the other end of the table, there's a big heavy guy, some guy sat next to me, and we were talking about, I don't know, boot camp, and we were just bullshitting about like boot camp and like what battalion were you in, and he was in like 2nd Battalion. I was like, oh, that's crazy. I was like, so you had the sand fleas? And he was like, oh. I was like, yeah. He was like, what were you? I was like, I was in the 1st Battalion. And we were just bullshitting, and it was just like, yeah, I had a friend that was in 3rd Battalion. I was like, holy shit. So if you guys are not familiar, in Marine Corps, I had a medical discharge at a boot, but so I didn't finish Marine Corps boot camp. But just putting that out there, just so I don't want to hear people saying, you know, you're a Marine, I didn't earn the EGA. So just putting that out there. So we were just bullshitting about like, his friend being in 3rd Battalion. I was like, shit, because 3rd Battalion's out in the back of the island, and they really get dogged. Like, they really get beat. 1st and 2nd Battalion are toward the northern end of the island, so like you got Family Day on like every Thursday. So those days, usually like Tuesday through Thursday, drill instructors won't hit you, or they won't do anything like that, because families are walking up and down. So generally on those days, you're good. You are good. Like, you don't have to worry about a drill instructor, beating you or whatever. Inside the barracks is different, obviously. But this other guy at the other end of the table, this big heavy guy, he was saying something was like, "Oh, you guys were in the Marines?" I was like, "Yeah." I was just like, I was in boot camp, and but he was he's going through I don't know. I think he was going through his job training. I think because he goes through boot camp, then you go through MCT, which is Marine Combat Training, and then you go to what the Army would call AIT, which is Advanced Individual Training, or your job training. And the guy was like, "Yeah, I was in the Marine Corps too. I was in the Marines too." He said, "I was in the Marines too." I was like, "Oh, get out of here!" I was like, "Where'd you go through training?" And he was like, "Oh, I was in Long Island." I'm like, "Long Island?" He's like, "Yeah, I was in Long Island." I was like, me and him looked at each other. I'm like, "Dude, there's only 2 boot camps for the Marine Corps. There's, Paris Island and West Coast Marines, which is this San Diego? I forgot. It's the one with a lot of mountains and stuff like that, which I would happily took if I had the option because, from what I understand, it's very hilly, it's very mountainous area, and the drill instructors make you go up and down all day. But I really took that over the freaking daggone mosquitoes that were in Paris Island. When I say mosquitoes, we lived right on the frickin' swamp, right? So the drill instructors would just have us stand in front of the barracks at like 04, 05, and we would just, stand in formation. And, you got to stand at attention. And daggone would they swarm us. I would have at minimum probably like 5 to 10, maybe 12 mosquitoes just sucking from everywhere, arms, legs, face, and you couldn't do anything. You just had to let them take your blood, because if you hit them and drill instructor sees it, forget about it. It's done. Anyway, but the whole point of this story is, because I keep going off track, I was like, Marines, maybe, I don't know, maybe like 40 years ago, because the guy is like, I don't know, in his 40s. I was like, maybe. But then I found out through, it's not Kasha? Kasha. I think, yeah, Kasha. Different Kasha, though. The bartender, Kasha, right? She was like, he was in the Marine. And I was like, he says he's in the Marines. And she was like, he's in the Merchant Marines, or was in the Merchant Marines. I'm like, oh, come on. You can't effing do that, man. Like, you can't do that. I'm sorry. You just can't. You cannot do that. Merchant Marines. Well, he has more artillery than me. Ugh. Shit. What would be good for this kind of strong flank deployment? Yes! Refuse the center. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to refuse the center. Oh, shit. So, are you telling me it'll be good against these, but bad against that? Yeah, let's do that. Alright. And I got, what, 23,000 against his 28,000. I think it's 3 armies. These are staff officers. Okay. Shit. So this is Ney. I didn't think they had a strong army like that. Shit. I don't know. I really don't know. I honestly think I should do this. Crossfire! I'm gonna try it, guys. Shit, this is not good. Oh, shit. The green is below the French victory, but I suffered heavy losses. 3,000 men. Shit. What kind of deployment was this? I wish it would say. Dang it. I think that's a good deployment that I did, right? Yeah, I think that was a good deployment. So they fired in this way and this way, right in their center. Okay, so that's actually good then. But yeah, it's just funny that people do that. I don't know why. Why would you? I'm not saying Merchant Marines is bad. No, not at all. But don't like. Well, I was a Marine too. I'm like, okay, really? I mean, you could say like, "Hey, I was in the Merchant Marines." Oh, wow, okay, cool. What did you like? What do you guys do? And be like, "Oh, we go out, make sure like container ships are not like hijacked." And believe it or not, that's a huge thing. A lot of ships, especially in this area, get hijacked. We're the onboard security, things like that. And I'd be like, "Oh, wow, that's actually, wow, okay, that's a really cool job." You know, just like when you think of Coast Guard, when I first was picking a branch when I was like 18, I was like, I'm not joining the Coast Guard. I'm like, please, I'm not going to just sit on a boat going up and down the shore. But then when you find out more about the Coast Guard, you're like, dude, the Coast Guard's awesome, man. Like they're getting, they're fighting against the drug cartels, bringing it in by boat and by like mini subs, and working with hurricane relief. They're the ones that go into the freaking hurricane with a freaking plane. I mean, like, Coast Guard's like a seriously legit job. They do water rescues during hurricanes. They're making a movie about it with Kevin Costner. I forgot the name of the movie. I actually bought the movie because I heard about this job in the Coast Guard. I'm like, wait, so they go into hurricanes. Oh, they're also in that freaking movie. Oh man, the one with George Clooney, where there's a big freaking. Sorry, I gotta keep checking the chat. Big freaking hurricane. Remember that was like massive. I forgot the name of the thing, but they had Coast Guard guys going in and going into the river, saving people. Like really cool stuff. They actually had a Coast Guard ship like navigating the waves. I'm like, what? And then I ran into some Coast Guard guys on Paris Island, and this was after I got medically discharged. That's a whole story onto itself. I wanted to complete boot camp. It was my dream to be a Marine, and so when I left boot camp, I went back. I'll tell you the story another time. It's an interesting story. But so when I was there, I ran into them. I was like 20 guys, and they were telling me, it's crazy. I heard something from the Coast Guard, like when they're in those like rough waves, that they don't walk on the floor. They walk on the walls because the ship is swaying so much that you don't walk on the actual floor. You walk on the freaking walls. It's just crazy stuff. He says, yeah, that's why we have to wash the floor and the walls. I'm like, crazy, little crazy. Dangerous as a motherfucker. But yeah, I mean, stuff like that, man, is cool. Attack! Stay at 18, my friend. Wow, look at that. That's beautiful. Oh shit. Is that Nay again? Oh man, same. They're gonna attack too. Shit. So this is where like having that artillery would have been good. And they have 14 cannon against our 9. It's not good. Envelop flank. Yeah, let's do that. I think they're gonna... Oh, shit. So it's gonna be bad against this. I think they're gonna do that. Let's do the same thing as before. Hopefully they don't get none the wiser. Come on. Go this way. Shit. Damn, that's close, man. Ney's taking heavy losses. Where are you? 826? Where is this? Oh, I know which this is. I'm not which wrong. Are you stupid? Alright, let's do that. Shit! Okay, good, good. Shit, man. Running low on men. I think we're losing more bodies than we're gaining back, you know? I think one thing that this game needs is the ability to assume command of other armies. Like this country right here, I would love to assume their command. I gotta get freaking Napoleon back here. Otherwise, Ney is gonna have a heck of a time. His force is 25% below where it's supposed to be. Jeez, man. Unbelievable. It's this army right here. Still power 500. Shit. I expended 50% of the artillery. Get theirs quick, please. $12,000 men. Come on. Salt. These guys move so fast they went here and you couldn't... Dude. How bad? Power 348. How many troops are in there? I don't know. Somebody open the fracking gates, please. Reach increases on target. Okay. Okay, good. Head south. We're doing good. We're doing good. And it's totally breached. You can go in now, right? Thank you, please. They're bringing a battalion. They got a depot battalion. Gosh. But yeah, I mean, going back to the military thing, I mean, you know, like... I remember when I was going in, you know, the Air Force was considered like, oh, you're going to join the Air Force? Oh, gosh, dude. Seriously? The Air Force? But, being in the State Guard, I joined task force with the Army National Guard and the Air National Guard. So, I could tell you, when we were in birthing barracks, which is if you ever see Full Metal Jacket, those barracks with just like rack after rack after rack, double racks, like you have almost like bunk beds, but double racks straight on each side, right? So Army National Guard and State Guard were in these, barracks, from the chow hall. And I remember one time we were leaving the training facility, whatever, where we keep our gear and stuff like that for CBRN stuff, chemical biological stuff. And we just finished final formation. Colonel says, basically, sergeants take charge of your platoons, whatever, and dismissed us, for the day. I remember we were walking out, and we got really close with the Air Force. Well, everybody. We were one team. In fact, they made us take off our blouses, so to signify that one team spirit. I remember one person was asking, was like, "Hey, are you guys going to, are you going to the chow hall too?" They were like, "No." I was just like, "We never see you in the chow hall. Where do you guys, do you, have a different spot on the base?" They were like, "No. We get meal vouchers. We eat in town." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh, are you serious?" It's like, "Yeah." I was like, "So you don't stay in the barracks?" And I was like, No, we stay at the hotel out in the town." And I'm like, I was like, "Do you get what?" He was like, "Yeah, we're about 2 per room, sometimes 1 per room." I'm like, because you got to understand, those birthing barracks, there's no air conditioner. It's 110 degrees. All you got is this one massive fan at one end of the barracks, and it's just blowing that air. That's it. That's all you get. And then you hear like 1,000,001 people snoring. Black Hawks landing behind you in the middle of the night, which you get used to eventually, but the Air Force gets treated really nice. Even if you go to Air Force Base, the food they got is delicious from what I hear. Their barracks are just amazing. It's like they're taken care of. The Air Force treats them really good. And a couple of guys were joking. One of my guys, Lara, was State Guard, went into active Army. It was like, "Man, maybe I should join the Air Force or Air National Guard." I was like, "Dude, I don't know, maybe." I was like, "Shit." I'm like, "Dang, man." He was like, "Yeah." It was like, plus they got some. They also have some really specialty units that do really cool stuff, dangerous stuff too. So, yeah, man. I was just like, "Shit." You gotta understand, when we have to go to a chow hall, right? And at that time we had a good caterer, so he would serve us good food, like fresh broccoli, potatoes, meat, good meat, like non-spoiled meat. But there was a good amount of time where we had bad caterers. They got a lump sum from the military or whatever, and they only spent maybe 10% of it. They would serve us eggs that were brown with pieces of crunchies inside. I don't even know what the crunchies were. People got regular food poisoning from it, regularly. I remember, I think 4 or 5 Army National Guard soldiers ate it, went to the hospital right after. There's a number of them, because I remember the base commander heard about it and just fired the caterers, told them, "Get the F off. I don't care. You're fired. Done. Get out." And they brought in the good caterers after that. But after a while, the good caterers, something happened to them. I think some general retired or something like that. And then the food quality went down again. So, yeah. But, yeah, I tell you, I remember when we had those bad caterers, the amount of times that we went out into town to eat fast food, just so this way we can not get sick the next day. Yeah, it was pretty bad. Anyway, I think I'm gonna end it here, guys. My wife brought some chow for me, some food, and I'm gonna finish this and see if I can play Civil War next. You know? Message redacted. Why message redacted? Ray Rockwood. Why is message redacted? Alright, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. And I will catch you guys next one.